What's up, class? I just got back from seeing the new M. Night picture. It's called Trap. This is going to be a quick review, just off the dome, off the top. Off the top, for real. Right? Trap is about a father who takes his daughter to go see a concert put on by Lady Raven, who's a big pop star. But in classic M. Night fashion, there's a twist.
What a twist!
Turn that off. The dad is actually a serial killer, known as the Butcher, and the concert is a trap put on by law enforcement to catch him. I'm not going to spoil anything in case you guys want to check it out for yourselves at first. I mean, I'm going to get into it. But Josh Hartnett, the actor, portrays the Butcher, and he's basically the star of the show. The movie, not the concert. The film acts as a cat-and-mouse game between him and the feds, who are led by an old and gray British woman. Remember Split? Did anyone here see Split? Well, there's a character in there that's also a British gray lady, who's the opposing force to Mr. Split, and it's basically the same thing in this one. I actually watched Split pretty recently, and it brought me the revelation that the Indian auteur himself, Mr. Knight, isn't that good at writing normal people. He does a good job on the strange characters, like Mr. Split, or Mr. the Butcher, in this one, but dialogue from other characters always seems off. I don't know, here's some clips from his other movies.
I hear you whispering. Planning on stealing something?
No, ma'am, we're not.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep?
What? No.
You can play hide and seek down here. There's lots of visual tension.
You better hide, my ethnically confused friend.
I'm telling you, you need to come and pick us up tonight.
Becca, you're scaring me. My heart is in my throat.
Hi, I'm Trent. This is Idlet. What are your names and what do you do for a living?
I'll have the calcium bomb juice drink. I have a calcium deficiency. Sit up, Kara, honey.
Okay.
All right, you don't want to be hunched when you grow up, baby. It's very unattractive.
Oh my god! That's mid-sized sedan!
What?
He's a rapper! More dough for the cooking?
I don't know how you work with those people.
What people?
Your patients. You can't use your thumbs to spin the wheel, dumbasses. They always use their thumbs.
Well, we look at people who've been shattered and different as less than. What if they're more than us?
What? Flick it, flick it.
Jay, what health-conscious fast food purveyor did you originally solicit to buy these chicken wings you've so lovingly reheated in a minor suicidal gesture?
Hooters, and you can't just throw them out, Dr. Fletcher.
Oh, this is wrong on so many levels.
See what I mean? It's like the dialogue was written by AI or something. But this has been happening in M. Night movies for a while, so I think it's just him. I really enjoyed Split, but I feel like that doctor lady could have been completely written out. Thankfully, in Trap, she has fewer scenes, but she's there. Different actor, but, same character. Trap also shines in a way similar to Split, since the focus is on a deranged character rather than people we're supposed to relate to. What else can I say about Trap without giving anything away? Josh Hartnett's pretty good in it. I haven't really seen him in much recently. He was pretty good in 30 Days of Night, that vampire flick that came out in 2007? Fuck, I'm old. Anyone know Josh Hartnett?
He played Dr. Ernest Lawrence in Oppenheimer. That came out just last summer.
Sorry, I must have missed him. I can't really say much more about Trap without getting into the story, so spoiler warning.
I'm seeing it with my family tonight. May I be excused?
No. First off, Trap falls victim to something I've noticed happening with a lot of films recently, not just M. Night's. That problem is having multiple endings. This one has probably 5, maybe 6, points where it should have ended. I understand that reviewing a film doesn't necessarily equate to just recapping the story, but in order to properly explain this phenomenon, I gotta walk you down the events of the third act. Alright, so the butcher's name is Cooper, and his character is played with a lot of camp, which brings levity to the film that wouldn't be there if this wasn't an M. Night joint. M even shows up, as he typically does. The majority of the movie is Cooper trying to figure out how to get out of the heavily guarded show, and one of the tactics he attempts is getting backstage. Through heavy exposition, which is a trademark of M's, Cooper and the audience learn that backstage is the only exit not surrounded by federal agents. He weasels his way to M. Night, who's at the backstage entrance. As it happens, Mr. Knight is the performer's uncle. Thanks to more exposition, we learn that Lady Raven brings a fan on stage every show, and that lucky fan also gets to hang backstage. Some other plot stuff happens, building tension as to whether he'll get away. And he does. He threatens the singer to smuggle him and his daughter, still unaware of his dark side, out of the show in her limo. The movie should have ended there, but instead it continues. The concert wasn't the real trap. The real trap is waiting for him at home. M. Night twist. It turns out that his wife knew his secret the whole time and was the one to tip off the police as to him attending the concert. She's played like a good and caring mother, so the fact that she used her own daughter as bait isn't addressed. Cut to credits? Nope. Lady Raven goes into their house, and she uses her Instagram Live to out Cooper and free his captive. They got him. Except they didn't, because he gets away Harry Osborn style by vanishing. And it keeps going. We see Raven get into her limo, but he's already back somehow wearing a SWAT team disguise in what I imagine was a scene that was cut for time. Which is ironic, because this entire 30-minute chunk should have been removed. The butcher has yet another victim in his possession, escaping the trap, or traps. But she escapes by breaking the thing her handcuffs are attached to, as a SWAT team surrounds the limo, as the butcher helplessly sits in the driver's seat. It's over. Except it isn't, because he propped the helmet up to make it look like he was sitting in the driver's seat, but he actually isn't, because he escaped. He sneaks his way back into his house, which is guarded by police, but they're Pennsylvania State Police, being that it's an M. Night movie, so it takes place in Philadelphia. He states that he's going to kill his wife and then himself, but not the kids, because they're, elsewhere. But she has one last request of eating pie. He obliges, letting her eat the pie, not knowing that she secretly grabbed his serial killer bag and put his sedation drugs on the pie, making him drowsy so the police can get him when they notice that he's there. Except instead of passing out, he's able to withstand 2 taser charges. But he's finally subdued by the British lady. Oh, and there's a moment here that echoes Split, in which Butchie sees visions of his abusive mother. He sees her as a hallucination from the drugs, even though he's seen her a few times before at this point. But all I was thinking was, this is the same trope that was in Split. At this point, I accepted my fate, knowing this movie would last forever. I was even getting ready to release the piss that had been building for the last 20 minutes. Anyway, he's getting perp walked to the police, but he has a last request of his own, wanting to put what I assume is his daughter's bicycle on its kickstand. There's no significance to the bike from earlier in the movie, so I'm guessing that was also cut. But he makes it into the back of the cop car, but it turns out he ripped a spoke off the bike and uses it to free his handcuffs. The credits rolled, and I darted to the bathroom. There could have been another scene during the credits, but I was busy relieving myself. I thought it was good, good movie, when I left the theater. But as I'm hearing myself speak, I'm realizing how fucking excessive it was. Not in the matter of its quality, rather its quantity. Check it out.